Hey there guys, Truthman Joey, and today we're watching reacting to episode 9 of Rain Season 1. Sorry about the lighting today, I've kind of got these weird. To be fair, I might be able to take these off. Is this going to be better? We're going to leave it like that for now, I'm not going to mess around with it, but yeah, episode 9 of Rain. I've really enjoyed the last episode. The last two episodes actually been really good. Actually, the last three, wait, 8 and 7, and then I've heard this one's really good, so it'll be the last three if this one is good. It's been decent. Obviously, Mary's left the castle. She's run off with Bash. So curious how they're going to kind of go about things with that. But we'll wait and see. So if you don't remember to leave a like, if you want to remember to subscribe, and if you want the full uncut reaction to this episode as well as all the others for Rain, a link to the Patreon page will be down below. But for now, my friends, let's do this. Bash and Mary on the road. This should be good.
This way, Mary. Quick.
Oh, you lost it. Sick. Do you not know how to track?
I'm going to get you back to Scotland.
How?
This way!
Bash, what are you doing?
Just trust me. Can you swim?
Oh, he's going to lob her off.
Are you mad?
You're mad?
You can do this. Stop! In the name of the king!
Fair play. I bet that actually happened in real life, you know. I think that's historically correct.
This isn't your decision. And if I find out her departure is your doing in any way, I'll have grounds to execute you.
I grow weary of your threats.
I grew weary of you a decade ago. All I need is cause to be
Oh, that was a
ready.
pretty
This time,
sassy comeback, I'm not gonna lie. I like that.
She made an excuse. It's not why she left. I know it.
Then she's a liar. Why would you want her?
Because I love her, despite everything that she's done.
She's done.
And because I sense you.
Look in the mirror, mate. They're both flawed, I get it, but Francis is just as bad as her. Like, it's worse than her. Like, I don't really know why I said that.
Attacked by bandits.
I know Mary's not perfect, but
Through the woods.
We get a boat from Calais and put this all behind us. Now, get undressed.
What?
yes, Bash,
You'll want dry clothes. We have a long day tomorrow.
my boy.
All right then, turn around.
Oh, do I have
Sitting
to?
tight.
Really, Bash, you can look away for 2 seconds. Okay. It's Adelaide Kane. I need to remember the.
Galleon.
Without her clothes. They tie her to the bow like a figurehead.
Are you not stupid? Oh my god.
The king wants you back alive, but he said nothing of your fingers.
Are you serious?
Lost chance.
Stop! I'm right here.
Are you
Unhand him. This man is under my protection.
Apologies, your grace, but this man is a French subject, not Scottish, and he's a criminal.
And what crimes
That
he
can't be
committed
it.
beyond ensuring my safety?
He won't let you leave twice.
I jumped off a cliff with you and I survived. This time let me take the lead.
That cannot be it. They are not going straight back to the castle after 4 minutes.
The king wants her taken to the dungeon.
I thought we were going to get a whole episode
Have to.
of those two on the road. And we're back with Francis. That lasted a whole great total of 8 minutes.
Is my brother hurt?
8 minutes.
Not yet. They're locking
That
him
was
up.
tragic.
But go ahead, ruin me. I could give a damn about my reputation in France.
In Scotland,
They will believe their queen.
a queen with blood on her hands who let her lover die. Sebastian ran off with the future king's fiancée, destroying an alliance between our countries.
Don't do this.
You want to be treated like a ruler? Someone who can say no? Do you need lives at stake to take this seriously?
Henry, you wouldn't.
You will marry my son Francis and accept our nation's support as you and your new husband lay claim to England, or I will execute my son, my subject Bash, for the treason of
Wow.
trusting me in England.
Escalated a bit
You
quick.
can watch him bleed to death on your wedding altar.
And we're back to square one. I can't believe how quick all that was over.
So there is no other option. I must tell Francis of the prophecy.
You must find another way. Francis will reject the prophecy as superstition. and he will convince you to marry him. You know
It's not really superstition when the friend actually had already died. That's what scared her off in the first place. Technically, it could still be superstition,
with
but
reason and logic, and he
Left you. It wasn't for lack of love, or joy, or trust in you. It's because I couldn't bear the thought of losing you.
That makes no sense.
that makes
Had a
no
vision
sense.
of your death brought about by me if we wed.
You left me over a prophet. Bash, shall he die in my stead?
No, of course not.
Because my father is determined. You will wed the next king of France, or he'll lose any chance of England. Mary, you cannot let superstition, fear, rule your life. You must be the ruler, taking charge of your own destiny. Marry me.
Fuck
Now,
off, Francis.
Before
Just-
my mother or Nostradamus can poison you with fear, pressure you.
You are pressuring
I was
me.
going to say.
Because I am right and my mother is wrong. To believe in this
She
nonsense.
was right to believe. I am begging you, please stop.
I won't. Ever.
Oh my god. I probably wouldn't stop either if it was Adelaide, but like.
I assume you've asked for this meeting because you've made your decision. Will you marry Francis?
Nope.
Or will you be forced to watch Bash's execution?
Neither.
What's this?
You fucking what?
I have a third option. One I think you would be most interested in. I will stake my claim on England, and I will marry your son.
Bash.
But not Francis.
Bash.
Bash.
Ooh.
Legitimize him and make him the next king of France.
I like that idea. Yes.
There'd be civil unrest. The nobles may reject it. It makes our country appear unstable. And I'd have to convince the Pope to annul our marriage. Are you not acquainted with my very determined wife?
Perhaps
A lot
I
of,
might agree. Because
you
at
know,
her core, she is more selfless
consequences
than you
to it.
think.
You think she gives a damn about France controlling England when she is no longer queen?
It's up to the Queen to decide her priorities. I've given your Majesties much to consider. I will take my leave.
Yes, you absolute queen. It's cool calling her a queen in a show where she's actually a queen.
Did Catherine know of this last prophecy? Was she aware of it? She'd never admit to it. But I'm getting better at discerning when she's lying.
And I'm not pleased with it.
Did you poison Ailey? Yes or no?
Straight up asks her. Nice.
How dare you burst in here after the stunt you just pulled?
How dare you try and poison
Give
Ailey?
me your answer.
Not that I give a
Of
flying
course
fuck,
not.
but
I told Diane about Kenna's scheming, and I gifted her some poison. I suppose I was testing her to see if she'd actually try to poison Kenna before leaving the castle. And he knows that I would probably have killed one of your ladies trying to convince you. I'm telling you the truth, on my immortal soul.
you know, fair play.
There's still time to fix this. Leave for Scotland. I have connections. I can ensure you find another suitable match.
Not in time.
We stop matching it with people and just
No, this can't be happening.
get her a bash, please.
You end up with a king. And 3 kingdoms under your rule, and I lose everything!
I am losing the man that I love. I am saving your son. I have made my sacrifice. And now it is your turn.
Get
I must
wrecked.
talk to Francis and tell him about
Oh,
the
she's
proposal.
sassing everyone this
Somebody
episode.
else does.
Love
I might
it.
have already mentioned it.
That's good.
Francis?
What's he doing? Fuck. He's not beating Bash up. That's a good response, isn't it?
Get up. I was trying to save your life.
Stop! Stop! This isn't bad.
You're that salty, Francis.
About the prophecy. The only thing we've done is try to save you. I'm the one who proposed marrying him. I proposed that he'd be the new heir to the throne.
You proposed what? And I'm supposed to accept this? You are
Yeah.
throwing away everything we had for superstition. Nostradamus knows nothing.
Do you remember that time he tried to throw everything they had away to cheat and get with 2 other girls?
Saving me that I will forgive you for this. You're wrong.
I don't give a flying fuck if you don't forgive her, to be honest, mate. This man.
Are you all right? right.
How can she still love him?
What were you planning
I know people love Francis and it's fine, but I'm saying he might get way better later, which is fine.
Please don't be
But right now, I just don't see how she can still
I
love
never
him.
wanted my brother's crown.
Prescribe. Leave a note in Mary's hand, a goodbye to her friend. She would do that if she and Bash were making an escape. Find a jailer who'll say that she bribed him, pay him well, and then kill him too.
Really?
Take all the bodies to the forest and bury them deep. So that when the rain
She's so
comes and the animals
sly.
dig, their skulls are not found.
That's a joke. Even Nostradamus is like, yo, this bitch crazy.
I'll go to Rome and do my best. I've been a better father to you than Francis, but he's my son too, and your brother. You have betrayed him. I don't know why. I don't know if it's love or something else, but this will destroy him. Unless he's a stronger man
God.
than either of us knew. In which case,
It'll be worse.
God have mercy on you.
Pretty much. Either way, France is kind of ain't
For the
gonna be too
future
happy.
King and Queen of France, Scotland, and England.
There is one other thing. What will we do about Catherine? She won't give up her crown easily.
I can handle my wife.
You sure about that? Because she sent an assassin round to. Oh, is that the assassin dead? Yo.
You're next.
She ain't gonna die.
It's best if you remain standing.
This should be good.
He would have been next, after you sent an assassin to Mary's chambers this very evening. Now you think you'll simply pick Bash off once my guard is down, or before they pop out in air, and the
Pop
throne
out
will
in air.
revert to Francis.
If we pop out in there.
It's as if we had one mind.
Catherine.
I wouldn't dare.
Yes, you would. You'd kill everyone in this room to get me on the throne,
Oh my god.
to protect me,
What the
in the
fuck?
hope that I would then protect you. But my first order of business as king would be to execute you if you were to harm anyone here. My brother, my father, Mary. This has to stop.
Thank you, Francis. The best thing you've done ever is tell your mum to just stop. Stop being a stupid little
I see a
shit.
future for us quite clearly. We would be happy. I would give anything to spend my life, however long, at your side.
Okay.
And you, my brother. I envied you for so long. And look at us now. You have what's mine, and I have your freedom. Well, I plan to take full advantage of it. Long may you reign.
Savage. That would be brutal.
You're arming yourself against me. Am I really that frightening?
Am I really stupid enough to find out? What do you want?
I love it this episode.
Be
This
very pleased with yourself.
Leaving without saying goodbye to your king?
I was afraid your majesty was too busy preparing false documents to send to the Vatican.
Too busy thinking of you. Catherine, I've realized something, and I can't let you go. In fact, I can't let you out of my sight.
eh?
Your reach is long, your connection to wealth endless, and your mastery at poisons ever evolving.
Could keep her in the
You're
castle.
holding me prisoner.
Guarded, day and night, or at least until I'm back from Rome.
Fair play.
Imprison her.
It's a fair point. She's done nothing but try and betray everyone.
Devil.
These two are hilarious. It's just a back and forth diss match.
Respect for your intellect and abilities. Take her away.
That's hilarious. That's so great. I love it. I love it a lot. Even Mary's like, damn, what a savage. Oh my god. Even he's in there with his fucking bread and cheese. Whoremonger. Devil. Oh, the king's hilarious. What a lad.
Me, king of France.
know you have doubts, but it won't happen tomorrow.
No, no. My father would have to die first. But our wedding will happen.
That's not too bad.
As soon as my father gets back from Rome, he'll want the deal locked down. France and Scotland united. Before the English Queen dies. You're going to be my wife.
I'm down with that. You two are adorable. And it's a slow burner, I like it. But not too slow. It's like the right amount, you know what I mean? It's that right length. Aww. Okay, there we go, guys. That is episode 9 of Reign Season 1. I enjoyed that episode. I think the first half was a little bit slow. There's a lot of just kind of recap, telling everyone about this prophecy. And I really could have actually done with an episode of just Bash and Merry like trying to avoid all the guards and then getting caught at the end, maybe. Just to kind of like build on their relationship and then have everything that happened in this episode into the next episode. Because honestly, I think it would have been kind of fun just to see them all, like, them two, you know, like I say, on the road. And I was expecting that last episode, but they got caught and taken back to the castle within, like I say, eight minutes. It was kind of disappointing. And then you have to take into account like 1 minute of recap, so it's like 7 minutes, and they were back into the castle. It was a bit like, I don't know. I thought that was a bit disappointing. I was really ready for an episode of just a Bash and Merry episode. I thought they'd been really good, but no, they just felt the need to kind of rush back to the castle straight away and get it all solved into them two having a wedding, which I like. I really like the second half of this episode once they realised that it was Mary's third choice to be her married to Bash instead of Francis. Francis is obviously salty, and understandably so. I'd be salty as well. But when he's sat there like, I'd never forgive you for this, and this is the worst thing you've ever done, and it's just like, look at yourself, you idiot. You've ruined this more than she has. It's probably the worst thing she's done technically. Like, I can see why she's doing it, but yeah, it's a bad thing and like ruining Francis' plan. But the first episode, you slept with someone else when you were engaged to her. And then a few episodes later, Olivia came back and you were like, she's going to be my mistress. So him complaining the whole time, I just can't deal with him. And then there's bits of him like, you never talk back to your king and all this shit. It's like, shut up, Francis. You're such an idiot, man. You treat her with more respect. She's a fucking... Adelaide Kane. Don't give a shit. So, yeah, I just can't agree with him on that. But I do agree that he can be salty about the whole situation because I will be too, easily. So, yeah. And the king, the back and forth with the king and the queen was hilarious. Those two were great. Whoremonger, devil. No Greer though. It was just kind of gutted, but maybe next episode. And yeah, Bash and Merry are going to be married now, so I'm excited for that. But thanks for watching though, guys. Leave a like. Oh, rate the episode. Shit. I almost forgot to do that. I think the first half was kind of slow, and I was disappointed about it not being a Bash and Merry episode. But I did like the second half with the idea to marry her off to Bash instead. So it would have been if it continued like the first half was, it would have been a 6 out of 10. I'm going to go the 7.2 out of 10 just because the second half really did save it. If the first half was as good as the second, this could have been an 8 out of 10, but no, I kind of have to take the first half into account. So yeah, 7.2 out of 10. But thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed. If you do want the full uncut reaction, and a link to the Patreon will be down below. That didn't really make sense. But yeah, a link to that will be down below, and I'll see you next time for episode 10. Until then, peace.